camera and realising how much I look like Wednesday Addams today. Not what I was going for, but I'm going to go with it. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make this Luna Lovegood wand. It's made out of really simple supplies. Really, it's just 2 things, 3 if you include the paint. It's a bit fiddly, but it's not hard to make at all. And I think it looks really good, especially from a distance. And it would cost a couple of pounds to make, whereas to buy one like this would cost probably £20 plus. So definitely worth doing. This video is a collab with my friend Devon. I will leave a link to her channel here, I think it is. And obviously there'll be a link at the end of the video to her video. She's also making a wand, another Harry Potter wand. I'm not going to tell you which one. Go over there and check out which one it is. But yeah, if you want to do this exactly as I have, here is a list of all the things you will need. And let's get going. The first thing you want to do is grab a knitting needle and take the end off it. I went with a 10mm wide knitting needle, and I think they're just a standard length pretty much. And then just some air dry clay, and just sort of put a big blob kind of onto the end of my knitting needle, and just took a while to mould it into the right kind of shape for the flower at the end of her wand. Having a little pot of water on hand, it really did help make the clay smooth and easier to work with, and I just kind of added it every now and then, and it just made it easier to mould. There isn't really too much I can say to explain this. You just kind of need to have a look at a picture and just try and follow it to recreate it. Okay, so this is me trying to work out how to add the top 4 triangles of the petals, and I first started by trying to add on extra little pieces to the top, which didn't work. So this is the method that I ended up going with. I just kind of added another big piece on, moulded it into a kind of like a bowl shape on top of the wand, and then used some scissors to cut it into the shape that I needed. Okay, so here I am trying to mould the little bowl shape I was talking about, and then, like I say, I just grabbed a pair of scissors and just kind of cut some triangles out of it to make the top of each petal. Then I just use my fingers to mould the clay, tidy up and make it look a little bit more sharp around the edges. And then I just use this nail art tool, but anything as long as it's not too sharp, just to kind of draw in the lines in the clay of just the detailed lines, basically like this. And I let that set just a little bit, and then I added on some more detail, like the ring at the bottom of the flower. And I just again did this just using my hands, rolling it out almost a bit like a sausage, and then just wrapping it round. And then I used the end of my paintbrush to help me kind of mould it and get it into the right shape, because it was kind of sharp. It was the perfect tool to use. Then I just added another very similar piece a few centimetres down the wand, just because that's what the wand has got on it. Then, because the knitting needle is pointy, I just added a little bit of clay on the end and kind of rolled it, just to kind of make it more of a rounded, straight shape for the whole wand. Then, when I was happy with the shape I had created, I just left it in a warm, dry place to set overnight. And when it has set, I just used a piece of not too rough sandpaper, just to kind of tidy up and get rid of any rough bits of clay that were sticking out. Then I just grabbed some brown acrylic paint. Obviously you can mix it with either black or white to make it darker or lighter if you need it. And I just did about 4 coats of paint all over the wand. You have to be quite patient with this because it needs to have a coat, let it completely dry, then another coat, etc. until you're happy with the coverage. And it took me about 4 coats until I was completely happy. And then I managed to stand it up like this to let it dry. For the last coat, I did mix in a little bit of PVA glue with the paint. I don't know whether or not it would have made much of a difference, but I thought it might help it stick. And that was everything I needed to do. And this was how I somehow managed to get it to balance, to make it, or to help it dry quicker and without leaving any marks in the paint. So there you go guys, I actually made this wand as part of my World Book Day costume where I dressed up as Luna Lovegood, and everyone thought it looked really cool, so definitely give it a go. If you do, please send me some pictures and let me know how it goes. My Twitter links are on my page. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and you can see all the new videos I've got coming. I've got lots more Harry Potter wands coming really soon. I've actually got Harry Potter's wand soon, so yes. Have a lovely day, be safe, be happy, be ambitious. Make sure you go and check out Devon's video and I will see you later.